Hello, hello, hello. We're here in the evening with Father Fish and all the other aquatic denizens, every one of us focused on keeping our fish in the most natural and beautiful environment possible. So, welcome. Good to have you with us this evening. And we're going to move right into some friendly conversation. Mercy. Yes. Leo Contreras. Don't forget to hit the like button. Marky0306. Hello, Marky. Good to see you. David G. Hi, David G. Herp Diversity is here. Kevin Rosenberg. Danny Wish. Danny did a music video. He's done a couple of them, but his most recent one got pretty good play on Discord. Everybody enjoyed it. I watched it, and it was amazing. Just a really excellent piece of editing. Your musical prowess is superior. You're quite a guitarist there. That was very, very interesting and very entertaining. I like the lyrics. I like the whole thing. Very well done, Danny. Really appreciate it. Roman Chirac. Hey, Roman. Oh, Danny made another one about algae, heavy metal. Well, I'll have to watch it. He thinks I won't like it because it's heavy metal. I don't mind heavy metal. I mean, I listen to classical music. That's about as heavy metal as you can get, isn't it? Now I watch it, Danny, and I know I'll enjoy it. You're such a skilled musician. I was just really very impressed. Can you all hear me, by the way? I'm going on as though I'm being heard. The Glassbox Hero. That's right. Somebody tell me if you can hear me, please, because I have no sense of how this thing works or whether it works or what's going on. Audio is fine. Wonderful. Good. Glad to hear it. Did you hear any of the music? That's the other issue I've been struggling with, is trying to get that to play, and I'm not having any success at all. Audio, video, good, says Danny. Did you hear the music at the beginning? Sue Ann Campbell. Hello, Sue Ann. She can hear me. I can hear you. Oh, dear. Friday evening. It is Friday evening. Let's see. I guess AQUAMALIK was just right in front of us. And Maple Street was on earlier this evening. Hey, Jesse. Mains, Tails, Fur, and Fins is here. Nice to see you. Lucas will be on at 9:30, and then Alex will be on following that at 10:30. And then if you can stay up late, Big Tank Hank will be on at 11:30. So we have Friday night covered with the most brilliant YouTube fish tubers anywhere in. Oh, look at that. Do you see the turtle? You see him? That's a yellow belly. I've got a couple of them. I have a musk turtle, but He stays hidden most of the time. That's a yellow belly. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. That's a Reeves turtle. Reeves. Isn't he gorgeous? Let's see if we can get a pic. I need to get an extension on this camera wire. Look at that. The tank leaves a lot to be desired, but the turtle's cool. We'll get to that tank eventually. Oh, Petroman. Petroman, nice to see you. It's not a toy. Now then, we need to get over. We need to get over to the channel so we can see all these new people. It's not a toy. Over to let's see now. Danny Wesh, Sweet Smooth Jams. Yeah, really nice. It's not a toy. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. We're going to turn It's Not a Toy blue. Bring him into the shoal. Like that. Ruby Begonia. Hello, Ruby. Good evening, everyone in the shoal. Hope you all are having a great evening. Nice to see you. Marky likes the turtle. I do too. It's a South American, sometimes called a wood turtle, South American. It's a turtle that lives both on land and aquatically. I tend to keep them aquatic. Don't know why, I just do. Oh, what was that? I saw somebody, Ruben. Hello, Ruben. You should put the links to the YouTubers coming up. I should. You're absolutely right. I listed the names, but I did not do the links, and I will do that. I'll do that next time I post all this stuff. That's a really good idea, Ruben. I'll be sure to get right on it. Fish and Tactics. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. Marty 80, Jazzy Freddy. Shall we do it? You want? I don't know. Here's the problem is I'm not sure that that you're going to be able to hear it. Let me try. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll try. Let's see. I need to get down to Father Fish's music. The music of Father Fish. I must have 25 videos in here of Father Fish music. Okay, here it is. Mute. Oh, now, I'm going to crank the volume up. Can you hear that? Tell me, somebody, if you can hear it. I'm not getting a comment. Somebody make a comment. No music. Anything at all? So we just don't have volume. It's blasting my ears off. You got it? All right. Oh, septembre officiel. Bonjour, monsieur.
In a store without a name.
German.
Dollar per gallon sale. Give me all your 10 gallons.
Xanadu.
Plants in the mail. Guppies breeding out the ass. All these cichlids too.
BRETZ in.
I owe it all to you. Now it just keeps skating.
BRETZ in.
Never gonna stop. Gonna keep on skating. Through the plants right out the top. The big ass box hero. Not crying his eyes. I'm the glass box hero. Not crying his eyes. Glass box hero. Without one time.
Hey, Texas fish. Muppet. Hey, Texas fish. Muppet. Audra. Audra. T-Bone.
I'll make you cry tonight. Last box hero. Last box hero. I'll make you cry tonight.
Yeah. Oh, mercy. Nice. Well, that woke me up. Oh, mercy. Nice. What do I need to shut off here? I got background. What have I got background? There, right there. I got it. I got background. What have I got background? Oh, that's funny. Is it going? Oh, that's funny. What's that doing? Where's that coming from? What's that doing? Huh. I'm getting feedback from somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. Let's see. Let me shut some things down. I don't know where it's coming from. Let's see. Let me shut some things down. Huh. All right. Somebody explain this to me. I've got everything shut off. All right. Somebody explain this to me. What is everything shut off? I'm going to go off a minute. I'll be right back. Hang tight. I'm back, but I got new video. I don't know what's that. I've changed cameras. I'm still having the same problem. I'm back, but I got new video. And I don't know what's that. I've changed cameras. I'm still having the same problem. I'm echoing myself. And I don't know what's that. I've changed cameras. I'm still having the same problem. I'm echoing myself. Something very weird's going on. Yeah, I know you can hear me. My camera's not working, and I'm getting a repeat audio with nothing else open. I think. Let me double check this. Right. The only thing I've got open is StreamYard. I have no video, and I'm getting background audio. So things are totally. I think Danny West's music destroyed my computer. I'm not getting a light on my camera. I'm getting feedback on my sound. I'm going to have to give this up. I am so sorry. This is bizarre. If I can get it working, I'll keep fooling with it. I'll tell you what. I'll leave the stream open so you guys can talk, and I'll work on this and see if I can get it. I don't know what in the world is going on. Muted. Ah, I am unmuted. Okay. I think I'm back. I think I'm back on the old system. And I'm getting feedback. I'm back. I think I'm back on the old system. All right, what I need to do, I need to turn off my speaker. All right, what I need to do, I need to turn off my speaker. Too weird. I'm not getting feedback. I'm not getting feedback. Oh, that's the speakers. Honest to God. Honest to God. What is more? I don't understand what's going on. I'm getting feedback, but everything unplugged. I don't understand what's going on. I'm getting feedback, but everything unplugged. Amber, if we get this thing working by Sunday, we're going to have Amber up. We'll be talking about all this. Amber, if we get this thing working by Sunday, you know what it is? It's my bloody telephone. You know what it is? It's my bloody telephone. You know what it is? It's my bloody telephone. My telephone went live. It's sitting, oh dear God. All right, well, I guess I'm back for what it's worth. We got the monitor up here on the TV. Everything else is crapped out. The new speaker's gone. Can you hear me? Where's the audio for the music? Yeah, probably. Can you hear me? Somebody tell me if you can hear me. Camera, mic, audio. Should be working. You can hear me. All right. Well, that's nutty. I think I disconnected about everything to try to figure out what was going on. Oh dear God, madness. And for some reason, the computer monitor, the computer video cam came on. I don't know why that happened. It's been broken, and all of a sudden it's dominant. So this is very strange. All right, listen, guys. We have half an hour left. Why don't we? Let me get plugged back in here to the uh, to the chat. See if I can get caught up a little bit. Dear Lord, madness. Okay, Kenny's here. Ah, talking about Amber. Yeah, she's having a good time in Florida. I think I think Amber has become a native in a matter of 2 days. She's become a native Floridian. She's just so gung ho about all the wildlife, and there is plenty of it. It just really, yeah, comedy relief Friday night. God knows, scoring 36, yeah, based on madness. We're at 38 watching with total stupidity. Dear Lord, love to hear Father Fish. Ah, oh my, what it works. I'm not going to touch anything else right now. We're just gonna go with what we got because what we got's gonna have to do. Let's see now. Let me back up a little bit. God, so many people are here. Craig's here. Craig's Catfish Cave. Nice to see you. My phone, right? My phone. My phone. There. See that? Look at that. Got the chat and everything. Honest to God, I was. I know what happened. At about 7:30, I didn't know if I was going to make it back because I was in town picking up my van, which crapped out. That's a whole other story. But I got online on Facebook and I posted a comment, and then I guess didn't close it. So it stayed open, and when we went live, it went live, and I was getting feedback and making myself nuts trying to figure out where the feedback was coming from. And that's where it was coming from. Live from Ecuador, South Pacific. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. How are things in Ecuador? We'll follow you here. Now, for better or worse, the tweeter's working and the woofer's tweeting. That's what it is. Oh dear. Computer decided to riot. Didn't it ever? Oh, I got to see what Amber's talking about. Right. Yeah, it was working fine. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know. No idea. It just it crapped out and then it came back and now it's crapped out again. But it's on for a different. That's been the issue the entire time. Mute your computer, says Danny. Well, my computer wasn't plugged in. Still not. I'm not getting any sound at all. Low quality, but it works. Well, they were okay. Right, we're back to Danny's song. What else? Let's see. Oh, South Pacific said I was in the Amazon region yesterday. What in the world are you talking about? Glory. Are you a globe trotter, South Pacific? You must be. Mercy. Checking leaf litters, rivers. Oh, dynamite. Absolutely. Well, we need a report, that being the case. Lumpy Dog looked to escape from Crazy Town. Welcome back, Father Fish. I know, it's true. It's true. David G. Hello, hello. Oh, you didn't do it. Wasn't your fault, Danny. I think everybody enjoyed your song, your music. It was wonderful. Lumpy's back. Hello, Lumpy. Aquafunk is here. Now the madness ensues. All right, here we go. We got all the crazies here now. Danny Wash, appreciate the support. Well, you're more than welcome, and it's very deserved. Naturalistic habitat is good for the hobby, says Scoring 36. Absolutely agree. I think it's critical. You know, they're I don't know where to go with this. I've been beating this dead horse for so long now that I think I'm beating life back into it. Maybe. um, if you're setting up an aquarium and you want to keep fish in it, and your whole approach is to keep that water as pristine, clear, clean, and perfect with nothing in it whatsoever, filter it to the point where you're taking out down to the single micron, feed either in a separate container or doing a thorough and complete cleaning after you feed. I mean, if that's your approach to fish keeping, you're really missing the whole point of it. It's not simply a matter of having a couple of really beautiful fish swimming around in a tank. I mean, sure that's real and sure that's really nice, but that's really not what keeping a living animal is all about. Now, if you're treating fish as though they're decorations, that's one thing. But if you're treating them as if they're animals, living animals, then you certainly need to keep them in an environment that they appreciate, in an environment that they can thrive in, that they can be comfortable in, that they can be healthy in, that's not got them on the edge of chaos and death every second of the day and night. And here it is, if you're depending utterly and absolutely on on a substantial amount of filtration, then you're living on the edge, and you've got your fish living on the edge, and it's not gonna survive. It just won't, because at some point that system's gonna break down. It'll either break down mechanically, it'll break down chemically, it'll break down biologically, it'll break down because it's synthetic, it's not natural. So if you really want to keep fish in a healthy environment, you got to keep them in a natural environment. There's really no option to that. Now I know there are plenty of people out there setting up these spectacularly beautiful aquascape tanks purely for their decorative impact. And that's fine as far as it goes. Problem is, it's not a long-term solution to keeping fish. It is it's an aesthetic solution. It's aesthetic and it's decorative, and that's its function. And if that's what you're doing, that's fine. I really don't have a problem with that. But if your interest is in keeping fish in a way that is genuinely healthy for the fish, genuinely wholesome for the fish, then you have to have a tank that not only looks natural, but in fact is natural. A capital N natural tank, if you will. So, beating the dead horse again. It's not a difficult thing to do. The difficulty lies in turning your back on 99% of what is being taught by the industry about keeping fish. Because the great majority of what is being taught is based on mechanical systems that require continuous financial input in order to be able to keep them going. I give you the replaceable filter cartridge, an absolutely perfect example of a completely, utterly unneeded, unnecessary system. This entire filter with the cartridge has been designed for one purpose: to get you back in the store buying more cartridges. That's why it was made, to create residual income. It's called residual income. That means you're continuing, it's like buying gasoline for a car. That's a residual income. The filters are the same thing. The reality is, if you switch that out for a sponge filter, for example, it will do every bit as much as the handle the back filter, and it'll never have to be replaced. After 6 months to a year, you can take it out and wring it out and put it back in. When I was a kid, we had little box filters with little, that nasty glass stuff. You remember that? The glass, what was it called, Lord? Glass hair. That's what we had in those little boxes. And we left that in there more or less permanently. I mean, it stayed in there until the filter box got so glutted with detritus that we had to take it out and replace it. That was maybe every 3 or 4 months. And the cost of that was maybe 10 cents. Now you spend $5 for a cartridge that you're told to replace on a weekly basis. That's what I'm talking about. That mentality is not consistent or coherent with maintaining a healthy environment. It's just not. And we need to get over being duped by these merchants who want us simply to spend money and really are not concerned about the fish. They're really not. I ought to get off of that. Nature is more wise than humans. Everything will find their balance. And that's a really important consideration, South Pacific. I have let me show you this. I can't do it. Crap. I haven't got a camera that's plugged up and working. Oh well. I have a tank that crashed. There's one of them on the bottom here. And I'm not sure why it crashed. But it crashed big time. I mean, the water got soupy. I had to pull a bunch of plants out. And basically what I'm doing is leaving it. I could empty it out and refill it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it sit there. It doesn't smell. There's no odor from it. I've taken all the fish out. I'm going to let it sit there until it clears, because it will clear itself. And once it does, it'll be a lot more stable and a lot stronger than it was before that happened. And I don't know why it happened. Maybe it was that spoon I cleaned off in it. I don't know. I did something weird. I do a lot of weird things, actually. Am I talking to you? Detroit Jim Shrimp says. I don't know. Am I? If the shoe fits, I guess. Danny Wish is the Pantera Man. He's pretty good, isn't he? Crown tail half moon. I told you need to mineralize soil before adding to tank or potting plants. No, you do not need to mineralize the soil. The soil is already mineralized. Just put it in. Use potting soil. You can also burn all the oxygen out of a glass container for passive CO2. True enough, Danny. True enough. Derek, leave no baby behind. Let's see. Derek is saying, thanks to Father Fish, I now have 300 snails, 100 platies and counting. I can't move the 40 gallons until I save all the babies. Bravo. I know. You just hate to let them go. I had to do that once. I had a tank full of babies. They were Tanganyika, and the babies were, there must have been 5 different generations in that tank, probably 1,000. And it had an undergravel filter. It was not my tank. It had an undergravel filter, and the babies had gotten down in there and were living underneath the filter. So it was bizarre. I mean, I know I lost a bunch of babies breaking that thing down. It was nuts. Joshua Miller, hello, hello. Naturalistic habitat is good for the fish hobby. I think that's what got me triggered. Common sense is key, says South Pacific. It certainly is. Let's see. Liquid Zoo, only fins is here. Hello, Liquid Zoo. Kevin Rosenberg. Some had my 10-gallon bottom seal failed. 10-gallon dirted tank been up 2 months. Was ready for licorice gourami. Oh my. Oh, I love licorice gouramis. I haven't seen them in probably 2 years. I actually got them to breed once, years ago. Never saw babies, but we had a male carrying eggs. That was pretty exciting. Let's see. Oh. Honey Viper, gonna get some Oscars soon. What can you keep with them? Can a firemouth work? I found one with bizarre coloring. I'd call it calico. Orange, white, and gray patches. Yeah, you can keep a lot of different things with Oscars. If you're getting them little, you can mix most any, most any of the Central Americans in with them. The problem is when they get big. When they get big, then they become territorial, they become sexually aggressive. It turns into a whole different kind of environment. So the Central American cichlids, while they're very popular and very interesting, they are a fish that gets a foot long. Many of them. Not all of them. There are some dwarfs, but many of them get a foot long. To be able to keep them, you either keep them by themselves or in a very large tank or a pond or a vat, a big vat, 1,000-gallon vat. Or you take them back in the shop and trade them out. Derek Thompson, I'm getting yelled at for saving up 2 10-gallons and a 29 to separate the 3 live bear species. I'm probably going to get another 40-gallon to house all my adults for now. Well, that's cool. I like it. That's neat. Liquid Zoo, thanks for the shout out. I watch your videos, but I'm not usually awake for the early morning stuff. Love your stuff and your style. Thank you, Liquid Zoo. Where are you located? Patricia Powers, how's cardiac rehab going? Well, it's interesting, Patricia. I went in today and I couldn't do it. I don't know what the problem was. I had, from yesterday to today, I had gained 4 pounds, maybe 5. I was 139 yesterday and 144 today on the same scale. Gained 5 pounds. my oxygen, what's it called? The oxygen level in your blood was at 89. I was out of breath. I was failing basically. So I copped out. I went and sat in the cafeteria at the hospital for an hour, had a little salad, went back to cardiac rehab, and my oxygen level was up to 94, so or 95. So that was getting better. I have no idea what happened. Obviously, it's something I ate last night. Went to the store and bought a bunch of stuff and got the munchies, and it wiped me out. In addition to which, I got in there and they said, we're shut down for the entire month of September because the hospital is understaffed and all the people working in cardiac rehab are being put um, in the emergency unit. So there is no cardiac rehab for September. I'll go back in October. I do have some machines available here, and I'm going to try to get up and use them. I won't do nearly as well, I know, but I'm going to try and see if I can at least hold into what I've got. It has been working for me. I'm really pleased that I'm doing it. I'm excited about it. It's benefiting me. I've got more energy. I can walk further without being out of breath entirely. It's not perfect. I'm not in great shape yet, but I'm in a whole lot better shape than I was a month ago. So I want to continue it. I've been pushing pretty hard when I get in there to try to do, as to try to do more than is expected of me, and that's helping. Aquafunk, oh yeah, Aquafunk's a big Central American guy. He says, I started keeping rare CAs. How would you keep those destructive paints in the you know what in a natural tank? Deep sand bed, very, very deep sand bed, minimum 6 to 7 inches, depending on the size of the tank. I mean, you don't want to do that in the 20-gallon tank, but if you got these big guys, the smallest you're going to put them in is um, is a 55, and you can do 7 inches of sand in a 55. I mean, that's perfectly appropriate. And will, oh, excuse me, and will go a long way to solve the problem. Now, having done that, I have also found that I can bury like Amazon swords, bigger ones, deep in that sand, 3 to 4 inches down, and they won't pull them out. They don't eat them. What they do is tug on them. And if they're deep enough, they can't tug them out and they kind of give up the effort. So what I've discovered is with the really big fish, you can keep them in a planted tank. You've got to have two things. No dirt, because they're going to stir it up and make a mess. 7 inches of sand. You can put gravel under it and sand on top if you want. That's fine. And then you can put plants in. They need to be big, hardy plants planted deeply into the sand, 3 to 4 inches, and that works pretty well. Now I had a 500 set up that way with a whole lot of big CAs in it, another big fish. Uh, I had I had big pieces of um, Sagittarius, some of the 5 foot long stuff, and some big Amazon swords, and they did fine. They worked out really well. Other softer plants did not work so well, but those did fine. Where else are we here? Thank you, GRB. There's really microorganisms, microbes are responsible for providing oxygen in nature. As long as you keep the sea creatures happy, they don't get tired. I don't understand that. Microflora will certainly do that. He's talking about microbes, though, microbial. That's fauna and flora. Flora will create oxygen. Fauna uses oxygen. To explain a little more about what you're talking about, South Pacific, I'm not getting it. Roman Chirac. Add water to make it into a thick paste, lay it on the bottom of the aquarium to a thickness of 1 inch max. Talking about dirting. Absolutely. Crown tail half moon. I look at your dirty tank setup and you added too much water and had to remove it. Will the water remove the added nutrients if you put in the soil? Did you have more to compensate? They probably removed some, but it really was not significant. Um, and yeah, I remember that was, I really ought to take that video down, except that it's kind of interesting. I did a series of things wrong in that video. That was one. The other one I did wrong was I made the dirt layer much too thick. It was like 2 to 3 inches in a 10-gallon tank. And I put 3 to 4 inches sand on top of it, but it collapsed. It was too much dirt. It was a good object lesson in keeping that dirt layer to 1 inch, not deeper than. If you do it deeper, it creates more biological activity than the amount of water it's in can handle. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep it to 1 inch. If it's a smaller tank than 10, even a little less than 1 inch, maybe half an inch for a little 1 or 2 gallon, quarter of an inch. I mean, you don't do a lot. It's only a kickstart measure anyway, because once that tank has been going for a year or so, it builds up a natural soil that's a product of all the detritus that's precipitating into the sand. Elaine saying to watch your unboxing. Did your new fish turn out? What happened with the missing fish? Well, they didn't send me the invoice. Turns out they were scratched. All the stuff I ordered that I really wanted was scratched. I mean, nice stuff. I was, I was trying to get some archer fish. They were scratched. I don't even remember what all, but there were 4 different things I ordered that were scratched. And the invoice that I had showed that I was charged for all of it. So that's why I was upset. I called them up. We went through it. They did not charge me for what they scratched. And they will try to do better in the future. It's really a problem right now. The problem now is getting stuff from wholesalers. They can't get nearly as much in as they want. So it goes pretty quick. And if you're not top on the list, spending $5,000 to $10,000 a week with them, you don't get first dibs, and I don't get first dibs. So that's once in a while I can get my my person I deal with, my sales clerk, to go out and bag something up for me. She did that this time because I've been trying to get scarlet batis, and she went out and she bagged them for me. So they were there and I got them. I was happy about that. Terry's Tropical. I think closed dryers with window doors compete with YouTube for watch hours. And probably the same interest level. I don't know. Yeah. Crystal is here. Hey, Crystal. Nice to see you. Let me back up a little bit here. Oh, I think I did everything. South Pacific, you need to come over we need to talk to you. Come over to Discord, please, so we can have a little conversation. Aquafunk, love to see you, man. Let's see. Oh, I think we're there. O2 sat at 89 isn't good. No, it was not good. It did go up, but I was freaked out by it. It's usually the day before yesterday, it was at 98. I was in the doctor's office yesterday, it was 98. Today it was 89. Yesterday I was at 239. Today it was at 244. It's disheartening at best. Stephen 203, 2003, Stephen P. 2003, Awkwardix. Nice to see you. GRB, hello GRB. It'd be nice to talk to you, South Pacific. Yeah, that Roman Chirac is suggesting newspaper on top of the sand when you pour water in. That works pretty well. You can do a plastic bag too. South Pacific says I'm in love with science, Father Fish. And South Pacific says God is all science. Absolutely true. There is no scientific method without a creator. Think about that. It's absolutely true. Because scientific method depends on the universe being sensible. Round tail half moon for a 15-gallon tank that's 12 inches high. How high do you recommend soiling cap? 1 inch of dirt, 2 inches of sand. That's real easy. Do I recommend Osmocote for its in soil? Not necessarily. I do it occasionally, but it's really not necessary. If you do it, do very little. Don't go crazy with it. Elaine Lucard, apparently I didn't get first dibs either. Been trying to get Mickey Mouse platies and swords and sailpin mollies. So I don't get the platies and mollies and female swords mixed up. You know, I could probably get those. Are you ordering online? If so, get in touch with me. I haven't put that together yet, but that would be an easy order for me to put together because the libraries are all easily available to me. I'm not doing anything with them at present, and I probably really should. The whole idea of doing nearites came up the other day. I can do nearites by the thousand for 50 cents a pop because I get them locally. They're a wild. They're not pretty. I mean, they're the common gray ones, but they're nearites. You know where God started his creation? Tell me, South Pacific. I want to know. Probably in his mind. Lady Diane, hello, hello. Maple Street, hi Maple Street. Sorry I missed you, Megan Less. Soaking in the hot tub time machine. Oh, how nice is that? Ugh. I like it in the winter when it's cold out. It warms me up. Patricia, I'm battling Nick again with the neons. All I did was cut gravel with sand. So I did salt and garlic and up temp. Don't understand why it came back after a month. Lord knows it was still there. Well, do this. Once you get rid of it, you want to be at 86 degrees. Once it's gone, don't drop below 82. Leave the heater in there and keep it at 82. Don't let it get below that. They stress, and when they stress, like when the temperature drops, they drop their slime coat, and whatever is in there attacks them, whether it's parasites or bacteria. They'll get attacked by it. So if you keep the temperature up, they won't stress. That's kind of the key to it. Jimmy P. just got home, but I'm here. Hello, hello. Nice to see you, Jimmy P. We are running over and we're stepping all over Lucas. We need to go. Thank you, guys. Love you all. Nice to be here. I'll be here with Amber and Mary on Sunday night at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Sunday night. See you all then. Love you much. Bye for now.